Hey, welcome back to my hellisusplatinum walkthrough. This is part 13, almost at the finish line guys, just this one and of course the final video tomorrow, which we don't really have much to do in that one. So going to grab this yellow item first in front of us. You find a prism theta, prism row and the scroll General Ireland's note. Now when we come out here onto the rooftop, I'm going to explore it in a clockwise path. There's a few enemies you need to kill around here. Got to kill time loop guardians as well to access that time loop in the middle. So come to this enemy first, just going to take him out, and then once taken out that enemy, we want to go these stairs on your left. You have to go behind the scaffolding, up steps, and then you want to go left, back on yourself slightly, and you find this enemy. So time loop guardian, so take him out. Yeah, we're in Senedra Forest still, of course, spire at the top. You got 3 enemies here, laying dormant until you approach them. Quite easy to miss these 3 are. So yeah, take him out. Watch out for the ranged enemy on the top there. Now once taken out the 3 enemies, I'm going to take out this green haze enemy nearer to the bridge. Yeah, take him out, then we're going to go actually up onto the bridge. There'll be like a hidden staircase just below the bridge in the middle. Yes, just here. Head up there and kill this ranged enemy on the top. Hopefully you've not been getting on too bad guys with killing all the enemies on each area. Yeah, go back tuning stone strong over there, and then drop down and kill this enemy next. Yeah, that's 2 tuning stones. Once you defeated that enemy, carry along here a bit more and kill this next enemy on your same kind of level. And then once taken out this one, you're going to go up the stairs on your left just before the doors ahead that we're going to ignore for the time being. Yeah, go those next steps on your left, then come back on yourself. And I'm going to grab this item. Yes, that'd be Terror Suppressor, strong ×2. Yeah, then come over here, there'll be 5 enemies laying dormant. Just approach them, that should wake them all up. Yeah, take out them. And then just before the time loop should be another time loop guardian. We're not quite finished with all the enemies yet. But yeah, that's another time loop guardian. Keep on going clockwise. And here's another enemy. Yeah, I hope you're not been getting on too bad with the killing all the enemies. I mean, we're going to be clearing this enemy first. Sorry, we're going to be clearing this area as well, of course, on this visit. We are not coming back to the forest at all. Lake Cynon is where we're going to next. That's another area. We'll be finishing the game there. But also that's going to be an area we're going to fully explore and kill all the enemies on the visit in the next video. We'll actually be going to Lake Cynon in this one, just kind of doing half of it now and half of it tomorrow. So yeah, grab the item at the top there guys. Limbic battery, large ×2. Going to defeat this enemy. Now we're going to go up the steps on the left just before the bridge. This enemy is quite easy to miss. For some reason he don't really fire at you that much when you're on the path below him. So sometimes you can miss him. Yeah, this would be the last time loop guardian. That's it. You should hear the crashing sound. We've still got a few more enemies we want to defeat. So we're going to take out this enemy. I believe there's one more after this guy. Yeah, and that one over there. So we've done basically a full clockwise path. And we're back where we started. Yeah, back where it all began, when we first came into the rooftop. So to defeat this one, then we'll go into the time loop and there'll be like a little boss. For this boss, you're kind of in like a massive void for all the kind of like boss type enemies when you go into time loop. And there'll be green pillars all over the place. Now there'll be 1 or 2 green pillars that will kind of be glitching. You know, there'll be green around every pillar, but yeah, a few of them will be kind of glitching. You see when you look at them. And you have to go to glitching pillar, and that's where the boss appears. The glitching pillar will also make a noise. So if you go into your options and you turn on, there's a setting which makes it so when there's a sound on screen, when there's a sound, like a little cursor will flash up on screen to show you where that sound is coming from, what direction. Yeah, I think that's a setting in the options. So any sounds on screen, there's a marker on screen that pops up and shows you what direction it's coming from, like I say. So like that, you see that yellow marker? So that's going to show you where the sound is coming from. So you can quickly just surge step over to that really quick. You see this glitching one? Just approach it and then it'll kind of warp out and cancel, and there'll be another one. Warp to the next one next. And that's what you got to keep doing, guys. Just keep warping to a glitchy pillar and eventually the boss will spawn. You don't have to kill any other enemies, just fight the boss. So this is the boss. You normally have to do this 3 times. So you'll knock down a third of his health, then he'll kind of despawn and you have to go dashing over to the glitchy pillars again. And then he'll spawn. You'll do it again. Knock down another third of his health and they do it one more time, that'll finish him off. So yeah, if you use surge step, you can actually just dash through these like rotating walls, which is supposed to damage you. It actually works really well here. So yeah, another glitchy pillage finally appeared. That's it. So one more third of his health remaining. So I'm just following the yellow markers. Yeah, on his final bit of health, you have like a massive wall appears in the middle, and you have to make a way around it. Yeah, the wall seems to go on forever as well. Wise, here we are. Final time. That's it. That's all you got to do, guys. Nice, easy one, especially when you got that setting on, which makes sounds, makes them appear on screen, show you where the sounds are coming from. But yeah, once you beat him, you get a keystone of terror. You get the rusted key, another one. It's not. I mean, it's a different one, but yeah, they've called it. It's still called the same, rusted key. So you're going to come this room next. Now we're going to go up the steps and get an item. Yeah, so at the top here, guys, going to find the research item, Crown of Bones. Looks more like face hugger. But yeah, grab that Crown of Bones. Research item at the top. Come back down and use the rusted key to unlock the path to the elevator. Yeah, stick it in there and spin it to the right and it should unlock. Now when you come down here, when the path forks, if you go right, you find a ecstasy suppressor. Strong ×2. Take the remaining path, and just before you use the elevator will be a locked chest. Unlock this chest with a brass key, which we found earlier. Yeah, the brass key. Unlock it with that one. That's it. Inside you'll find Bracelet of Terror, Shadow Step, and you'll complete the mystery, Righteous Protection. And now we're going to use the elevator. Yeah, so this will take you back down near the entrance, guys. So a little shortcut if you ever need to go back up to the rooftop. Just use this elevator. Yeah, in terms of the killing all the enemies on all the regions. So I think some of the enemies can bug out. Like sometimes they can drop below the map. Going by some of the comments I've been reading. Yeah, you might like go into a dungeon and an enemy will be missing, but you won't really know. But he's probably fell through the map or just glitched out and not spawned. Yeah, I mean, if that happens, not really much you can do about it. I mean, hopefully they're going to patch things like that eventually. But I have shown every single enemy on my videos. Because on this recording one, I've always got the threats cleared on my first play. I'm recording this locally. I've not really had to reload anything in terms of killing the enemies. I've known exactly where they all are. So none of them have actually glitched for me, which has been nice. So yes, grab that tuning stone. Yeah, not trying to rub it in or anything. I'm just saying it's gone quite well for me in terms of when I've been recording this guide and trying to show where all the enemies are. So open that door after getting that item. Kill the 3 enemies. They should be the final enemies in the Arcus Spire, part of the forest. Yes, kill 3 enemies outside the door. Go right, go back along this hallway if you remember, from the entrance. And you come back to where we came in. Come to the save point, and now you want to travel to the APC. Right, so now we're going to finish up what we need to do with the forest. Just going to backtrack to some previous areas now. So yes, back at the APC. Just going to come a hill nearby. Keep to the right and you'll come into this like little ruins. You're going to open the door with a Grieve V and Grieve Z. Grieve Victor and Grieve Z. The blue V and the blue Z. Yep, open that door. Now in here, it's going to be the final time loop guardian for the forest time loop. Yes, there'll be 2 enemies here. I'm not sure if these like, are these tier 2? Oh no, they're tier 1. So I guess you can come in here really early. Yeah, so you defeat them, grab that module, rearward, grab the General Furian's journal at the back. Yeah, that's the final time loop guardian, of course. And grab that research item, Ancient Scroll, in the corner there. Then interact with the time loop, guys, and we're going to close it. Yes, with a Sigma. Yes, a Sigma prison. Closest time leap. Yeah, that's another one done. Yep, so once you closed it, I'm going to come out here now, and now we're going to go back in the trench from at the very start of the game. So yes, leave that time loop area, come down to trenches, guys, and you want to go into the cave, which takes you back to the start area. And yeah, you might notice some of the enemies are not here for me. I'm not quite sure if it depends on the enemies you killed at the start of the game or not. Like maybe in this first dungeon, enemies don't respawn. I can't quite say for sure. But I'm sure on my other account, some of these enemies were spawning, which I'm kind of sure I did kill before. So yeah, I'm not really sure entirely. But I just came through killing all these enemies which had appeared for me, and that did work. This area did appear as threats clear when I went to leave the area and checked the map. So you make your way through here, and you just go all the way through, and when we get to save point at the end, we're going to use that to walk back to the APC, guys, and go to the next area. I mean, there was one room down here. There was one or two rooms where I just did not show you the enemies at all. So I was planning to come here now. Yeah, so this is where that ladder is. Just going to drop down to the bottom to feed that enemy. I remember I didn't kill that guy. I definitely left that enemy back when we first came through here. Right, so once you get back into this chamber, I think this is where you first got the tutorial for fighting. Yeah, so if you go left, there'd be like a little storeroom. And basically made a kit small, so I didn't collect them early in the game. But yeah, come these two little side rooms. And there, just got a tutorial for endurance. Finally found out how endurance works. Yeah, it's a bit late giving me that tutorial. Yeah, come in here and kill that enemy next. So there's two enemies here in these little side rooms. Right, once kill them two, come back out here into this big room. Going to continue forward. And here should be a save point. Just make sure the enemy is not spawned in here. Right, once done, going to travel to APC, guys. And that is basically it in the forest. Forest should now be threats clear. Hopefully it is for you when you go into your map menu and you check. But yeah, come to the APC once you get back. And we're going to research some items with Tanya. Going to get a few trophies now. 3 trophies altogether we should get. If you don't get these trophies, then you might have possibly missed a item that needs researching somewhere. I'm going to talk to her first about the Keystone of Terror. Right, then ask her to research something. Should have 6 items. Going to get out trophy Historian. Perform research on all items related to Hadia. Yeah, 6 items to research. Next trophy, Conspiracy Theorist. Perform research on all items related to the conspiracy. And another one, Demonologist. Research all items related to limbic invasions. That's it, you've got a few more of them to get. Right, once you're done, so open the map. Yeah, so hopefully it will say threats clear on the forest. It does for me, as you can see. Nice, just got Lake Cynon to do. Right, final area. Yep, once we're finished here, we're going to be finished the game, and we're just going to do a very, very tiny bit of cleanup. I say tiny because it is literally going to take maybe about 5 minutes or so. Yeah, so you should get a trophy ever after when you come into Lake Cynon. Yeah, ever after, that's for making every NPC appear here, which can. The NPCs which can appear, you've got the dog. Yeah, a dog counts as a NPC. Yeah, you've got the dog, you've got Rebecca, you've got Abbott, and you've got, I forget her name now, is it Tally or Hallie or something? The girl, she's on the dock fishing. She's a girl that we had to give the bloodied teddy bear to somebody in the Carson Marshes area. By the way, grab that bottle of mead full near Abbott. Yes, make sure you grab that bottle of mead full. And up here will be a healing item. Just 1 minute, let's grab these items first. Yep, and there'll be something else just next to Rebecca the dog. Yes, you'll get key rustic in there. And the letter safekeeping. And there's one more healing item. So grab that key, guys, grab the bottle of meat, and there's healing items, be some more healing items here. Then we're going to head down into the forge. Yeah, so yeah, back in the Castle Marshes, we gave that teddy bear to somebody. We got a picture, then we gave that picture to another woman. And that woman is here. She's on the dock over there. She's just on the edge. You can see her sitting on the edge. She's fishing. She loves a bit of fishing, she does. But yeah, you've got her. Like I say, you've got the dog, you've got Rebecca, and you've got Abbott. All four of them need to appear here. For Rebecca and that girl, Rebecca, you just need to talk to her when you're in the marshes. For the Fisher girl, you need to make sure you just complete a quest by giving a teddy bear to the one guy. And to open that chest, guys, you want... So what is that? Neutral W and neutral Y. But yeah, open that limbic chest. Yeah, there you go, get a glyph. Yeah, and complete that limbic chest mystery. Yeah, Rebecca, you talk with her, sorry. Yeah, the Fisher girl, you have to give the teddy to the one guy, get the picture, give the picture to her. The dog, you have to free the dog before talking to Abbott and getting a library location from him. And that's pretty much all you have to do. Free the dog before you get the library, and like I said, talk to them other ones. Complete that woman's quest. Then when you come to Lake Cynon, after leaving the Castle Marshes, after getting the library location discovered, that's when they all teleport here. Like I say, 4 NPCs all together. But when I do my speedrun video, if you do miss out, you can just use that and just add into that speedrun whatever you need to do in order to get a trophy. So yes, back in the forge. Now it's got a bit more exploring to do. As you see, we're backtracking a little bit. So I've just killed 3 enemies. Is it 2 or 3 enemies up to this point I've killed? But yes, back into this room, you might remember from earlier. Going to take out that enemy. Going to open this limbic chest. Yeah, so you unlock this chest with the Rage. Yeah, Rage W. No. Yeah, is that a right one? Yeah, Rage W. Inside there you'll get Night Fate. And Limbic Capacitor Medium ×2. So once done that, next we're going to go up the steps to the south. And open the door at the top. Up here will be an enemy. You're going to take out the enemy. Going to grab the Limbic Capacitor. And the research item, the old sketchbook. So we have to backtrack through most of the area here. Because we have to kill most of the enemies. Because we couldn't close a time loop in this region, if you remember, when we first came here during the story. And there's still some like limit chests and doors which we couldn't unlock earlier. So we're going to pretty much do everything else now, all at once. Yeah, so once you've got them, research item, kill the enemies, grab the limbic consumable, drop down, go through the north exit next, kill the enemy on your right, come back here, drop over the ramp, guys, to get back to the main contraption room. The main waterway. Take out these 3 enemies sleeping by the door. Come in here next. Take out this enemy. That's the sigil door. Take out this enemy on your left. Yes, and then we want to go through this doorway over here. Yes, north. And if you go north, you come into this room with there'll be pillars with tables around the pillars. I think it's kind of like the eating area. And there'll be a stairwell on the side. So take out 3 enemies on the bottom. Yes, like so. And then go upstairs and take out the enemy on the top of the balcony. Once taken out that enemy, we're going to open this chest. Open the door. Yeah, so open that door with ecstasy X and ecstasy Y. Yes, inside now, this is the final time loop guardian. Yes, you complete our mystery blackmailed. And inside here you'll find a glyph, recoil, and a weapon, twin axis of rage. Now that's not going to be the last time they've got, there's still one more. But yeah, you also get research item, bowl of ash. Make sure you get that. But yeah, that is the time loop guardian we couldn't get on our first visit. But yeah, from there, we're going to continue along here. Yeah, continue upwards, you'll come to 2 doors, they both take to the same place. Cut that time loop guardian on the right and take out this enemy next. That will be your final time loop guardian. Final time loop guardian. And then unlock this chest with a neutral V. You get a tuning stone weak inside and a glyph void. Yep, unlock that limbic chest. Right, come back down to the eating area. Yeah, go down the steps. Like so, and then we'll go through the passage on your left. We'll take into this room where you can drop into that small pit. If you remember, we've got an item here earlier on in the game. Yeah, kills 3 enemies at the bottom. They're going to climb up the ladder, go around the left and kill the enemy lobbing projectiles at you. You'll always find a limbic battery around here, medium ×2. Right then, from here, Yes, now you want to make your way back to the main intersection. Just make your way south. Yep, into this room. Then you want to go left. Yep, into the main waterway room. Down here, drop down through that gap in the railing directly in front of you. Drop down again. Take out this enemy on the central platforms down below. Once you killed him, turn around and climb back up the ladder. Go right. Take out this enemy. Then you go left. Open this gate. You might remember it locked behind us earlier in the game. Make your way along here. Now there's going to be 10 enemies here. 10 enemies. So take all these out, 10 enemies. And something you might remember, which I pointed out when we first came through here. So I mentioned there is a Atomic Guardian, but it's a group of about 4 or 5 enemies. And I mentioned when we killed him back earlier in the game that I wanted to kill him just see if, you know, the other enemies respawn, just not Atomic Guardian. But no, none of the enemies respawn. So if you kill a group and that last enemy is Atomic Guardian, that whole group will never respawn. For example, in this room, the crime room, there's 4 or 5 enemies near before. The final one's Atomic Guardian. As you can see, none of them respawn. So any groups with Atomic Guardian, that group will never respawn, even if you haven't closed time loop yet. So yes, you want to come down into that hallway, go into the lower door on your left, follow the path. Do not drop down, just keep following the path, guys, all the way to the end. You'll come back into here, take out these 2 enemies. Yes, take out them 2, and now you want to drop all the way down to the bottom. Yep, all the way down to the bottom next. Now make sure your health is full. You can make that drop. Just need to make sure you've got plenty of health. So when you drop down all the way to the bottom, yeah, it will hurt a little bit. Take out these enemies next. These 2 enemies. Then we're going to unlock this limbic door with a Terra W, a Terra X, and a Terra Y. You can actually unlock this on your first path through this area, I believe. But most places you can't, so that's why I didn't bother backtracking too much. So I know we're going to be doing it all again, obviously now when we come back. So yes, come in this limbic room, grab a glyph on the side and the other glyph, gluttony. Yeah, that first one was Shriek of Terror. And now we're going to use the elevator, go down to the time loop chamber. Yeah, there's 2 time loops in Lake Cynon. The last time loop is actually still related, and it's pretty much almost the last thing you do before you complete the game. So when we close that time loop, hopefully you'll get a trophy for clearing every single enemy in the game. That's when it's going to pop for me, and I was just so happy it didn't glitch, and it did pop as I planned. So yes, come to this time loop. That's it, and you're going to close it with a Prism Vita. That's it, close this, guys, and then go back up the elevator. But when you close this one, there'll be a research item which will spawn, so make sure you grab it. Yeah, the bronze cup. That's it, grab that research item on the bench, the bronze cup. And then once you got it, you're going to go up the elevator. Yeah, it was really nice knowing that I don't have to grind at the end of the game. Yeah, popping that trophy, Legend of the Foal, or Hole. Yeah, popping that trophy right at the end with absolutely no backtracking at all. After completing the story, of course. So we're going to go back up to the top now. It's going to be one more enemy on the way up. Just got these steps opposite, head right and follow the path. You come across this normal enemy, there he is on the corner. I think that's all the enemies now until we get past the hammer door. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. So that should be all the enemies. Oh, sorry, these 2 as well. I almost forgot about these pair. Yeah, so it's these 2 near the contraption. Just take out these 2. Now that is definitely it. So this side of the hammer, which has gone through the hammer door. So yeah, that should be all the enemies. That other side of the hammer door. Yes, come down here to the central pedestals. Go left and you'll get to this limbic chest. Yes, unlock that with a Grief X. Now that limbic rod, we're going to need it a bit later. But yeah, unlock that with the Grief X. Yeah, we need that limbic rod for a Castle Marshes actually. So I'm going to take out those 3 enemies. Yeah, we've got all the keystones, so we can put all these keystones in now. Yeah, so in that one, you want the keystone of Rage. Keystone of Ecstasy. And the keystone of Terror. So you're going to have like a massive loading tunnel coming up. Yeah, massive loading tunnel. What I mean is it's about 5 miles long. Yeah, you get a trophy emotional baggage for completing Act 2. Just give it a moment for the door to open. Yeah, so in here, there's... Is it 30 enemies? Yeah, 30 enemies. You can't actually skip these. So in the speedrun, I equip that night fade glyph, you know, to go invisible, to try and open the fire door. But you can't entrap the lever until you kill all these enemies. Well, maybe it's a bug. But yeah, I did try for a good minute or so. I just couldn't pull the lever at all, even with invincibility. The enemies were not aggro to me, but I just couldn't pull it. So yes, in this specific room, this chamber, you have to kill every single enemy. They'll just keep dropping down, but they're quite weak, so just run up to them and do a slashing attack. So yeah, these 30, you can't miss them. I mean, you have to kill these to progress. Yeah, this final area, there's not really a big boss for this game. I mean, you know anyway by now, you don't really have proper boss fights, do you? You have them like little gimmicky ones in the like, little like different realms where you get warped to. You got that one that's like a pinball fight, like a pinball machine. You got that one you got to dash around to kill like all the enemies in front of the pillars. Yeah, but this next area, well, the final area is quite cool. It's like a laboratory complex. You know, it's like a big hangar. But all the furniture and stuff, yeah, it's kind of like a laboratory. But yeah, after like 4 mini bosses, there'll basically be like 4 giant of the normal enemies that kind of been like exposed to loads of gamma radiation and have just increased into a massive size. Pretty cool, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty much all you got. And the closer time we complete the game, and that's it. Got a bit of cleanup, guys, so not much to do at all. Yeah, this is what I mean about this tunnel being about 5 miles long. Yeah, definitely getting the steps in when you go through this tunnel. So yeah, search step, get you through it really, really quickly. It's going to be nice when you have to backtrack through here, so you think you miss an enemy. They should have allowed you to fast travel between the save points, shouldn't they? That could have been a good option. Maybe they'll add that in the future update, like a nice quality of life feature. Allow you to fast travel between save points. But yeah, you get a trophy, guys. Long and not so winding road. That'll be it for part 13, guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on part 14 tomorrow.